Well, the number of senior citizens being scammed by police continues to rise, not by police. Police throughout Wisconsin are getting reports of new victims every day.
We hear about this in big cities and in small towns, so we brought our action man, Adam Schrager, and his Call for Action group with us to the Grant County Fair. Welcome to Lancaster.
Thank you. It's beautiful today.
People were so appreciative that you were here, too. It really gave them an opportunity.
You know, we've been asking people since the spring to call us, and instead of simply asking them to call us, we figured we might as well come out here. And sadly, we're hearing those stories about senior scams as well here in Grant County. For example, the Platteville Police Department recently sent out a note to media throughout the area talking about a particular grandparent scam. It was a woman who got called at home, a grandmother, and on the other end was ostensibly her grandson who was in jail in Mexico. He said that he wasn't supposed to, or she wasn't supposed to tell a family member, wasn't supposed to tell anyone. They were able to find his name, the police think, through social media. It's important to keep some of those things private, but she was asked to take out $2,000, not tell any relatives, not tell the bank. She put a stop to it. She did the right thing. She ended up calling her son, calling her grandson to make sure they was there. But we figured it would be good to ask the Platteville Police Department, ask the lieutenant there what people ought to do if they get a phone call like this.
If something seems too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. If you are getting a call from somebody and they ask you to be completely silent and MoneyGram money off or wire money someplace, talk to somebody else about it. Maybe they're going to see through some of the haze that you can't.
A lot of times people are caught up in that haze. They're caught up in that haze. They just don't know what to do. Always take a minute. Never give out personal information. Never give out bank information. Certainly don't take out $2,000 when you're told not to tell anybody about it.
Yeah, we hear that all the time.
Yeah.
And you've been around the area today actually taking complaints in person. What have you heard today here at the fair?
It's been a lot of fun, actually. So we met with a family in Platteville, the Browning family, and we met a couple of members of that Browning family. They own a couple of buildings across from the newest student housing off campus at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Let's take a look. It's the Roundtree Commons. It's a beautiful building that's 6 floors right now, but it's on the 800 block of South Chestnut. Now, the family owns the property across the street and has for more than 50 years. The University Foundation approached the family and asked them if they wanted to sell. There are only 40 parking spots right now, and they're for workers only. So they asked them if they wanted to sell so they could build a parking lot there. Well, the family gave them a price, never heard back from the university, and then they started to receive code violations at their buildings by the city of Platteville. And so they decided, you know, this is something we need to call for action about. Are we being picked on? Are we being singled out for this so they can get our property? So we're going to make some calls on their behalf.
And you have some other good stories today here as well. We're going to follow up on those in the weeks ahead.
People were really grateful that you were here. It was great.
It's fun to be here.
All right.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for having me.
The news hounds are coming up next.